And good morning, and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, and I'm touching base with you as I do every day. My phone does never, is always quiet until I go on. So let's see, what is anyone trying to message me? Okay, there we go. There we go. That sounds so horrible. But look at your phone while you are coming on live. How's everybody doing? It is the last couple of days of July. July is almost over. Happy birthday to my cousin Rob, whose birthday was this weekend. And so happy birthday to him. And but yes, it is a new week, and it is about to go down, as they say. So much has happened. I'm going to talk to you guys about, obviously, it's Motivation Monday. So we're going to be talking about the steps towards your what was I gonna say? steps steps towards, hold on a second, let me get it up. Hold on a second. Did I lose my page? I certainly did. That's crazy. Ron, what's going on? Anyway, anyway, steps to your wins, steps towards your wins. That's what it is. I'll find it somewhere on here. But how you guys doing? Had an early morning and a late night. So you know what that means. I'm like, ugh, I'm ready for sleep. Hey, Lisa walked in the building. Okay, let me start off with who arrived first today. Hannah. Hannah was the first to arrive. Good morning, Hannah. She says, good morning, Ron. And I see Omar says, dang, Hannah. Hannah beat you, Omar. Hannah beat you. There could be only one first person in the room. And Chris R is in the building. What's going on? She says, good morning. Brian is in the building. And Omar, there's your good morning. There's your good morning. And I see Lisa is in the building. She's away. Did you get my text? Did I text you on Friday? I think I did. Anyway, Lisa, I wanted to call and check up on you. That's all. Bryson is in the building. What's going on? What's up, Ron? What's up, RLP fam? What's up, CQ? And happy Monday, Money Making Monday, the day after Comic Con weekend from Star Trek and Marvel weekend. I heard it was interesting. I heard that some new secrets came out. I'm not into Comic Con. However, though, there was some interesting announcements made. So I heard a couple of them when it comes to, I think it's Marvel, and Iron Man is now going to be the person that played Iron Man. And so anyway, there's some new things going on there. Star Trek with something with the singing of William Shatner, which I think is going to be part of Strange World. I don't know. Anyway, I just heard it in glance. I am not into that world. That is not my world, but I do listen to what's going on in the world. Chris Bayless says, what's up, y'all? Says not Hannah and Omar. Lisa says, not Hannah and Omar fighting for first. Hannah says, good morning to Lisa, and everybody's here. Look at everyone popping in. That is good. It is the summer months, and everyone seems to be on vacation or away, leaving, traveling. Nonetheless, it's still Motivation Monday. I'm so excited. My colleague, my point person for Martha's Vineyard Film Festival. We were on the phone for 2 hours planning out our strategies for our time that is going to be like crazy work from the moment I land. I'm supposed to be landing on Sunday, and the minute I get off the plane, it is straight to work. So it's gonna be a great week. I'm so excited to be back, to be going back to the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival to photograph it. There's going to be so many amazing what do we call it, movies and film and short films and long film that are going to be on exhibition there. So I love it. Last year I went, I felt like I was an insider, learning about all the new film that was coming out and that was coming to us as a public. And so I will be there. And the great part is that this year, not like last year, is that there is no actor strike. So guess what? Everyone's going to be there. There's a lot of actors that are going to be there. Some actors that I've always wanted to meet, and I might get the chance to photograph them in what we call the green room. And then as they go on the platform and they interact, I'll be photographing the panel discussions. And so it's going to be a great week. It looks like my day starts a little later than I thought. And then there's sometimes I start early in the morning, like near sunrise. However, I think I will try to go live, even though at first I said maybe I would just do reruns and repeats. But I think I will go live from Martha's Vineyard. And the reason why is because I want to share some of the stuff with you guys and share where I am, share some of the films, share some of the energy like I did last year. But it'll be on YouTube, which is going to be a much better platform to do it on. And then I'll have slides or some reels and shorts regarding the day. So that's what we'll do. That's what it's looking like now that I have my schedule. So it's going to be, I think I pretty much can do it unless I will have also a plan B in case, like if there's a rerun, you know why? It's because I've been called into something. But it does look like most of my days don't start till 11 o'clock. So that means I could get on site be on site or be traveling to the site and start my touch base daily with you at 10 o'clock. So we'll play it by ear as a community, but it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be so exciting. I will be able to share some of the movies with you guys and some of the some of the new film that's coming out, and I will share also photos from the day or the day before. Okay, Elise is in the building. Welcome, Elise. Welcome, Aya. She says, "Grand Rising, Ron, and everyone." I know. Why did I just break out in song? I don't know why. That was kind of weird. Chris says, here's a bit of motivation. Hard work accepts no shortcuts. Do the work and take that confidence and become the best you can be. Take a moment and marinate on that vibe. Thank you, Chris. That's a good motivation. That's good. I like that. Thank you so much. Lisa says, we had a woman's call again last night with about 23,000. A little fall off, but it was still, I'm sure she wants to say still powerful. We had our men's meeting last night for all the men out there. We met, we had a big drop off. I mean, I do believe, it's hard to gauge because I was on the Black Star Network platform, and it was about 2,000 there. And was it 2,000? I think it was 2,000. Yeah, I think it was 2,000. So, well, I don't know the exact numbers, but I know that we all showed up, and it was a lot of good information. Guys and girls, ladies, boys and children, everyone out there, grandmas, grandpas, we are in this. We are in this to save our country from these crazies, as they're like to saying now, these weirdos, the weirdos. Okay, let's see here. Lisa says, yes, Kamala thanked everyone for the last week's call. They explained in great detail how the voting and delegate process works. They made a new financial goal. We had singing, prayers, and good words. I like that. I like that. Though, again, men is not to knock men, but women, they're just amazing. The women are just there's I don't want to cause anyone to be upset with me, but I can't help it. Black women are just the best organizers in the world. They are truly the best organizers in the world, and it proves it. I mean, it was so interesting because when the white women did their event, they went to the black girls and the black women and said, "Hey, you lead this because you guys are the best. You guys are the better organizers." Black women have this amazing ability to be so organized. Those that are gifted in that area. Those that are gifted in that area. Not every black woman is organized like that. Neither are men like that. But there are some black men that are organized too. But black women, as a if I may use a generic blanket statement, and they really rule in that area. I see here Bryson says in August 10th is fight. Excuse me, y'all, as I just got in from a little earlier. And my phone is still on workout mode. Okay, let's get that solved. There we go. Sorry, all this phone activity over here. I see here Bryson says, is Fight Night the $1 million heist that the cast from Taji P? Yes, that is going to be, as a matter of fact, that's going to be, I do believe, at the film festival. Thank you, Bryson. Yeah, so anyway, let me go on to that. Brian's talking about the Zoom call. Okay, let me just make sure everybody's here. Trish says, be weird. And Jazzy's in the building. What's going on, Jazzy? Good morning, Jazzy. So good to see you. Lisa also, Brian, there it is. Brian says, tonight is the white dudes for Harris Zoom call. That's right. Today is the white dudes. White dudes, get it together. Get it together. And you guys are meeting tonight. I heard that there's already been 200,000 white dudes. I think that was the rumor. I don't know. We'll see. Lisa says the women who started it all is organizing a Zoom with all the groups. It will be announced soon. It will break a record for the largest ever Zoom call. I did get that invitation. I do believe I sent it out on my YouTube. Sorry, did I send it on my YouTube channel or my Instagram? I think it has been announced. It has been announced. I do believe it's this week. And so, yes, make sure you stay tuned for that because we will all be on that Zoom call to blow out the Zoom. You know what's really cool about this moment is that we have all this technology. And COVID opened the door of letting us know that we don't have to work we don't have to work in an office, and that we can do a whole lot on Zoom. And now this campaign, the Kamala Harris campaign, presidential bid, is stretching these technologies to their maximums. They are now rethinking and reprogramming the abilities of Zooms, StreamYards, YouTube, and creating these arenas that are going to have millions of people. Technology is being stretched. Anyways, I get excited. Okay. Adrian's in the building. Good morning, Adrian. I see you. I see you. Omar says, is it true that Beyonce and Taylor Swift are doing a fundraiser concert together or separate? I heard that there's in talks that they are doing it together. Bryson, do you know this information? Is this you? This is your will? I did hear that, but I don't know if it's true. There are Agent says these are exciting times. I agree. I agree. And Omar says, Lisa, that would probably break all types of records if they came together. Oh yeah. This will be the first campaign. This will be the first campaign to use tech across the board. Yep. Pushing it, stretching it. That's the beauty. Well, this weekend, I had a great privilege of spending time with my meetup group. And I have to share with you, our meetup group had a wonderful time. For those that don't know, I have a meetup group called the RLP Photographers Meetup, Urban Photographers Meetup. And we meet every second Saturday of the month in a different location around New York, celebrating street photography in New York City. And let me just see, I have this all queued in. And here's some photos from folks. Everyone showed up on Saturday. We had a good time. Not everyone showed up, but a lot of people were away. But the folks that showed up were really cool. I think it was 12 of us, 13 of us. And we had a great time. So here we are. Here's what it looks like on our Facebook page. This is our private Facebook page that we have. And so you see all of these photographers, these photographers of different, that's me over there. But what I love about our community is that everyone is of different skill set. We have people that have been photographing their world for 50, 40 years, 40, 50 years. And then we have those that have been doing it for 40 or 50 months. And some, or maybe 40 and 50 days. So it's really nice. So we were in Chinatown this weekend, and we went on this street called Dorsey Street, and it is one of the most hidden treasures of New York. But while we were there, we also had to walk there. And so we took pictures, we gathered at Canal Street, and then we made our way there. And so these are some of the pictures, and some more pictures from it. Here we go. And then these are really cool. I mean, this little street has some history, and one of the histories, it was called the bloodiest street in America. So many people died on this little street in Chinatown. Check out her shoes. This little street it's like hidden. It's like a little alley, but it's a street in Chinatown. So these are the photographs of the folks in my urban meetup. They got some good photos. Lots of fun. Oh my goodness. And I really wish I would have stayed for food because they had so much. Chinatown is so good. I'm a sucker for dumplings. That was really cool. These are good shots, right? Our group really showed out and did some really good work. I have some more photos. And the assignment for the day was to make the viewer feel like you were in China by looking at the photo. So there they are. That's our group, and we had a great time. And that's me sharing some information about the area, and some black and white. Man, I love being a photographer. I love being a photographer to document these amazing places, and these are some of my photos that I took as well. And so these are some of the members, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And so join us if you're in New York City. We meet every fourth Saturday, except this August, because August is a hot month. And I said, you know what? It was a hot, we're going to head into the holidays. And so that's probably not what people want to do on this hot month of August. So, anyway, what did you guys do this weekend? I'm curious. Put in the chat. What did you do this weekend? What did you do this weekend? Do you do anything special? Jazzy says she loves those photos. Did you do anything special? That was my special moment with my folks. Omar says, I hitting Chinatown when I get to New York City. Oh, Omar, when you get to New York, we're going to one of those restaurants because we're going to get the dumplings. We are going to get the dumplings. Okay, see here. And he says, love the support you are getting, Ron. Great job. You know what's also really cool what's gonna be happening in the fall is that I will be pairing up with Adorama here in New York City. And so we may be doing an additional meetup in a month which will be a class on teaching. So like I did the other night with Joe McNally at the Adorama's educational space. We may also be doing some things like that for our meetup, where our meetup is going to be inside that in that space. So we'll see. Talking to Seth, and Seth and I were saying that will be Seth mentioned that. Said, hey Ron, why don't you bring the meetup group into the space? I was like, oh, that's a good idea. That's a great invitation. So that would be great to have some classes that you can guys, of some of the amazing photographers that come through Adorama, and then that we'll be doing it together. I see Bryson was going on weekend for me. Sunday was a chill day. Bryson says Saturday was going out weekend for me, and Sunday was a chill day. Has anyone seen the new Deadpool movie? Trish says she was looking at the lots of Olympics. The Olympics began this weekend. Yes, it was the Olympics. I was talking to Chris this morning. He says that's all they did was look at the Olympics and go see Deadpool. Anyone go see Deadpool this weekend? Omar says saw Deadpool and Wolverine on Saturday, and he gives it 4 thumbs up. I mean, I might have to sneak away from my projects tonight to this evening or tomorrow and see Deadpool. Nice. Outdoor. Kimmy says she did the outdoor rooftop dining with the hubby. There's nothing greater than hanging out with the spouses. That's a good thing. And then I see here, Bryce said Deadpool and Wolverine went up at the box office. I want to see it in the 4D event theater. I want to move around. I want to feel the action. Okay, let me make sure my time check is here. And checking of the time. And what else you guys do? Okay. And while you're talking that, let's see what else happened this weekend. Let me see here. I'm not going to do any headlines today, really. But if you are in New York coming up, I think this starts on Saturday, or is it Friday? Hold on a second. Let me share this with you. This is really cool. Sponsored by the New York Public Library here in New York City. If you are a James Baldwin fan, it's everything James Baldwin from August 2nd to February 28th at the New York Public Library at 42nd Street branch. They have an amazing archival museum type area. and they'll be featuring the great James Baldwin, everything Baldwin. So it's called Jimmy God's Black Revolutionary Mouth. And so that's going to be from August 2nd to February 28th. So just wanted to put that on your calendar for those that are coming to New York in the next couple of months. You'll be able to enjoy that. I will probably go see it when I get back from Martha's Vineyard. So this week is all about work. I have a photo shoot, this big photo shoot this week for one of my clients. Okay, good job, good job. Okay, we're gonna dive right in to our Motivation Monday. Are you motivated this week? Are you motivated? Are you more motivated this week than you were last week? How's that possible? Last week was crazy. There was motivation all over. If you was lacking motivation last week, you were living under a rock, especially if you were a person for democracy. Yes, last week was full of motivation. But I want to make sure we talk about something that's really important. And I see here, Trish says, Charlene says she saw Twister this weekend at the 4D theater. Oh, she said it was a cool experience. Oh my goodness. I think I gotta check it out. I gotta see both of them. I'm gonna be broke this week. Gonna be broke. No, I'm not. I got a good project coming up this week. So I'll make some money this week so I can spend a little. You always say you make some and you spend a little. You make some and you spend a little. Okay, let's get to it. Let's get into our Motivation Monday. Okay, let me pop this off the screen. Let me do, as I am my own producer here. Let's look at what we're talking about today. And also, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you do that. If you're in the building, like, subscribe, click those notifications. And it's always good to comment in the comment box. I just learned that last week in one of those classes about YouTube. It loves when people comment in the comment box. So after it's over, go into the comment box. Okay. Okay. I think I got you guys we're all squared away. We're all set. Okay. Hey, Dr. Tachi's in the building and Anthony's in the building. Y'all late to class. No, just kidding. Welcome, Anthony. Welcome. Hey, Derek. Mr. Derek. I didn't say good morning to Derek. Derek T. Tuggle is in the building. Okay. Here we go. Let's talk Motivation Monday. So the topic today is the steps towards your wins. We all want wins, but wins are not every day. And wins are not every day we wake up and we say, oh, we have wins in each day. But sometimes we have those wins that we're really looking for, we're strategizing for, we're trying to create and go for. Here's a special quote by Mahatma Gandhi. First, they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. Then you win. Can I say that again? First, they ignore you in this process of winning. Then they laugh at you in this process of winning. Then they fight you in this process of winning. And if you've gone through all those 3 steps, then you win. Let's talk about it. First, they ignore you. At the beginning of any significant endeavor, your efforts might go unnoticed. This phase can be discouraging, but it's crucial to stay committed to your vision. Stay committed. It's like you can't say I'm going to start something and then let it, like you say, so I'm going to go online for a couple of weeks. I want to be something. I want to do a YouTube channel. I want to post my creative gifts online. and you do it for 30 days, and you say, no one's looking at it. No one cares. They're ignoring it. No one cares. Then you get to 60 days. No one really cares. Maybe one or two people, but no one really cares. Then you get to 90 days and you're still feeling the same way. Always remember that's part of the process. The first they ignore you. They don't know who you are. At the beginning of any significant endeavor, your efforts might go unnoticed. Remember that the phase can be discouraging, but it's crucial to stay committed to your vision. You know, I'm going to get spiritual here. You know what you're called to do, right? You know your convictions. You know what Lisa gets out there and she creates these amazing cups that I use. I have my cups that I use, right? Could you imagine if Lisa just in the beginning of her stage of putting together her Hello Healing, and she says, I'm sure she could tell you the first year probably was like crap. Probably like no traction. And for most of us in these spaces, the first year is crapo, but we keep plugging away, right? But then everyone starts at zero. And then you look at accounts that have 10,000, 12,000, 15,000. They all started at zero. Next one. Then they laugh at you. Oh, this is a good one. As you continue to push forward, you might face ridicule or skepticism. People may not understand your passion or the potential of your work. I know when I first started this journey, people were like, what? Ron, you're 52 years old. You should be thinking about retirement. You got to pile out on the dollars. How is it possible you're going to leave corporate America and become a photographer? Why? Ron, that's just not, that don't make any sense. I know I'm not the only one. I'm sure when Omar picked up his bag and said, I'm going to Texas. I know we looked at Omar like he was crazy. Friend, he's one of my best friends in the world. I looked at him like he was crazy. What do you mean you're going to Texas for? And it wasn't easy, but he did it. So, I mean, not that I laughed at him, no. But there are people that are going to laugh at you. They're going to laugh. They can't see your vision. You have your vision. You stick to your vision. Your passion is going to determine how your vision takes off. Next. Then they fight you. There's some people that will say, you'll never end up doing anything right. Are you foolish? You're being foolish. How could you do this? Right? Has anybody ever been in these three first before we go on? Has anyone ever been in the first two categories? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? And Lisa says, yep, even year 5 can have crappy days. That's right. That's right. Omar's laughing. He's laughing at me. Look, Anthony says, I just got laughed at last week. That's right. And Trish says, Texas. Yes, Omar lives in Texas. And there are many people that are going to laugh at you. There are many people that are going to laugh at you. And then there are others that are going to fight you. Especially if you're young, you may have some older folk, that older person, oh, come on, get a real job. What do you think you're doing? Or you'll have someone in your life, like some young people, you're trying to be successful with this dream you have, and they're saying you're too young. You're too young. Go get your education and don't think about that dream. I've had friends that were kicked out of their houses for their dreams. Parents weren't for it. They get kicked out. They had to live in a shelter years back. I remember one of my buddies lived in a shelter. His mama kicked him out because she was like, I'm not with your dream. If you're going after that, you can't live in my house any longer. So there'll be people that will fight you, literally take up arms against you for your dreams. Next, let's go to the next one. Last but not least, after you've done all those three things, then you win. Persistence pays off after enduring ignorance, ridicule, and resistance. Your hard work and dedication lead to success. Now, success is described differently by different people. Sometimes success means freedom to have your own work hours. Some folks, success is having a lot of money in the bank. Some people, their success is flexibility with their time. Whatever that success you have that you are going for. Some people just want to be famous on the internet. Some people want to be influencers. But yes, guys, it's not coming. Your win to your destination. You get to your destination. That winning moment is not going to happen without these steps. Ignorance, being ridiculed, resistance. Some days your resistance is yourself. Sometimes your ridicule comes from yourself. Oh, I'm so stupid for doing this. Sometimes it's our own ignorance that may prevent us from learning our trade or learning what we need to do for the next steps. Nonetheless, when you do all three, if you go through all those three, then you win. So, in my conclusion, for photographers and creatives like you, this quote is a reminder that the path to success is rarely smooth. It's rarely a straight line. There's lots of curves. There's lots of ups and downs. Shoot. And I think about someday I say, oh, I would have never had that one photo, even though it was one photo in National Geographic story, I would have never had that opportunity if I would have just been, bowed out at the first stage or the first step or the second step or the third step. Right? I had to live in Africa for 3 months, pay my own bills, take my money out, refinance my home, do all the things I needed to do to make the dream happen. It didn't come easy. When you look at people on these platforms, and if you think they're successful and you feel like, oh, wow, they're successful in what they're doing, I'm guarantee you everyone that is successful has an incredible story of those 3 steps that went before it, before the win. Or me connecting with a friend in Iceland, and I'm concerned. I just reach out, and then next thing you know, we're talking about the volcanic eruption. The next thing out of there, I say to them and say, you know what? I'm coming to Iceland. I'm coming back. I'm going to photograph that eruption. I get my hiking poles. I get everything I need. No one's paying for it. I'm paying for it. but I knew it would give me something. I had a gut feeling. The passion was in my belly. At 50, what was it? What, 50? At that point now, it was like 55, 56 years old. That was like 4 years ago, 3 years ago. That was 2021. So that's 3 years ago. And I'm climbing a 2,000-foot mountain, thinking I'm going to die with every step. But I got the photos. And then one made it to the New Yorker. I thought I was crazy. So I'm trying to encourage someone today. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on your passions. Don't give up on what you're called to do. Again, for photographers and creatives like you, this quote is a reminder that the path to success is rarely smooth. Whether you're capturing the perfect shot, sharing your art, or building a community like we're doing here, there will be challenges. Embrace them as part of your journey. What says you? What says you? Does anyone want to testify? We got time. You could testify. You could come on if you want to. I wanted to leave this one open because I said, you know what? I'm not the only one that faces obstacles in my own self and the people around me and the things around me and all that other stuff. Right? I look at some of the folks that are health challenged. Remember BJ, our BJ that was in our community? BJ passed away last year. BJ she has several ailments. One is she needed another lung. Reason why she didn't pop on and share most of the time is because she could not speak for long breaths. It takes a lot of energy and breathing to speak here on a platform. You got to take your breath, you got to breathe, and not you get dizzy because you start losing your oxygen. That's what happens when you speak in public. And she says, Ron, I would like to come on, but my breathing. But she didn't let that stop her. She goes, she was a lawyer. She's worked with some of the biggest lawyers in the world, in the United States. She's worked on amazing stuff that she's done and her artwork. And yes, she was confined to her home and couldn't get out and do things and like regular folks did. She did not let any of that stop her. She would reach out to people on this platform, and she would say, I want to learn AI. I want to do AI. I want to learn this thing. I want to take my art from my hands and the paintbrush to AI. She did really good at it. She was great at it. But I'm sure, because we've talked about it, there were people like, come on, what are you doing that for? You should be thinking about your health and you should be thinking about, all the other stuff. Well, you're challenged. You can't be doing this. But she kept doing it. She kept learning. I think she reached out to to like Omar and a couple other folks like Gwendolyn. And yeah, we used to talk every day. Guys, you are the only one that sees your vision 100%. You are the author and creator of your vision. You are the creator of your vision. I like to say, because I'm a man of faith, I like to consider myself a man of faith. I believe those dreams come from the divine windows of your purpose. I really do believe that. I believe We are There's some deposits made along the way in our journeys, which is simply who we are. It's just a matter, do we take hold of them, water them, nurture them, and let them take root in our lives? I would have never thought I would be a professional photographer, but I always knew I love photography. I always photographed for the church. I'll never forget my adopted dad. I'm the PK. I'm the PK of an amazing pastor that lived in Brooklyn. Took me under his wing, adopted me as his son, and said, "Hey, I see you like to take pictures." I said, "Yeah, I do." And you know what he said? He says, "How about this? How about I give you some? How much does it cost to get a good camera?" I was like, "I don't know." Oh, like maybe I think it was $200 at the time, maybe $300. And he said, "Okay, that sounds good. I'm going to give you $200. I think it was $200. And I want you to go get yourself a camera. And then you can be the church photographer." Me and my 16-year-old self. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. And I got to, we used to have this, I think it was called Willoughby Cameras in New York City. I got to the city, got my camera, went there. They told me what I could get for $200, I think it was. As a matter of fact, I still have the camera. It's in the back on the shelf, my little Pentax. And I photographed the heck out of the church events. Just start photographing everybody, the choir, trips, everywhere we went. I photographed everything. The lesson was in that, he said, well, you probably would have never done it unless someone else believed in me to do it. Hey, here's a camera. Go take pictures of our events. I mean, now that I look back, I should have said, okay, now give me some money. No, but he did. Right? But that's how I got experience in my first time ever taking pictures for someone else. 16 years old, 17 years old, the church photographer. So guys, what were your dreams? Can I take this moment to ask each of you, what is it that is your dream and passion? Whether you're doing it or not. Could you put it in the chat? I'm curious. I'm curious. No judgment. This is a non-judgment space. So put it in the chat. I see all the love that went out for BJ. I do miss my BJ. And let's see here. I see Grand Rising. I see here. Omar said, as a community, we should all be able to reach out to each other and encourage each other. It's hard out there for a pimp. I mean, a photographer. We need encouragement, don't we? Trish says, with photography, some love, different shots than us. Brian says, my motivation tip, how many no's does it take to get to your yes? Keep going. Brian, that's a good one. I remember the story of Naomi Campbell. She said she and her mom would go to different agencies and they will say, you're not the right height. No, sorry, it wasn't beyond. It wasn't Naomi Campbell. It was what's her name? Gosh, I'm failing my names here. The other amazing top model. Please, someone give me top model. Put it in the chat. My brain is not able to recall as fast as I used to. But I do believe it's also Naomi Campbell is in her book. And most models, like most of those supermodels, right? They were told 1,000 no's before they got their yes. Oh no, it was Naomi Campbell. It was. She talked about it on an essay. I was in one of my audibles. It was Naomi Campbell. And she said she got so many no's. And I think it was Ysan Laurent that gave her first break. Yeah, Tyra Banks also. That's what I was thinking about in my head. I was thinking of Tyra Banks as well. Tyra Banks said she would go to the model houses, like the agencies, and they would say, "Oh, you're too black. Oh, you're too light skinned. Oh, your eyes are not right. Oh, your hips are too big. Oops, you're too tall. Oops." But you have to keep going. You have to keep going. Iman, yes, right. Iman is another model. She says also the hard time she had as a model. Being a top model didn't just come out. They didn't just end up being top models. They had to work. Tyra, Iman, Naomi Campbell. I love them all. I love them all for their. Talk about the struggle. They had to struggle to become the 80s top models. Or and back in those days, those are supermodels. They weren't just models, they were called the supermodels in the 80s, right? Let me see here. I see something. Okay, you guys are responding. Some of you are responding. Oh, Brian has a reflection. He said, BJ told me I encouraged her by sketching live on IG. I told her, she encouraged me. Wow. Community is important. That's why we're here. We don't just gather here because Ron got nothing to do. Building community. That's here to support one another. Right? That's what it's about. Hey, Fifi's in the building. What's going on, Fifi? Oh, I missed something. A signed copy. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Lisa. There it is. Happy to announce to the RLP family that my first book will be available for pre-sale on September 1st. Definitely a hurdle that I have jumped over with much struggle, but happy it is finished. Sounds like Jesus on the cross, right? It is finished. The struggle, anything glorious is a struggle. Hurdles, like the Olympics. Lisa, I'm in. I can't wait to be one of the first purchasers of your book. And you know what we got to do. We got to sign. I got to have you sign it because it's got to join the rest of my signed copy books. Yeah, we support. This is a community. We support one another. Look at all that. Felicia says, that's my Fifi. She says she wants to travel the world. What's stopping you, Felicia? What's stopping you, Fifi? What's stopping you? You can, you can, you can. Yes. Trish says, way to preserve, Lisa. Yeah. Anthony says, photographer. He wants to be a photographer. Photographer, that's his passion. Lisa says, thanks so much, guys. I'm driving, so I can't answer each comment, but I definitely will look back on the replay and read everyone's comments. I love this family. I think we've built something great here. That's right. Support one another. Support one another. Elise says, I want to continue walking in my divine purpose in the art world and travel meeting artists and sharing them with the world. I also want to complete a book. Elise, it's yours. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. And David says, I'm going to be on a fishing boat in Alaska for a week, documenting fishermen and ocean waters scares the hell out of me. And the ocean waters scare the hell out of me. I need serious motivation. David, go do it. We're backing you. We got you, bro. We got you. You can do this. You can do it. Omar says, Trish, her mom brought her to New York to test with as many photographers as possible. She shot with my brother and friend Keith Majors. That's right. Naomi Campbell. Yeah. People shoot you down. They say, oh, you want to be a model? You're too black. What? It could be 1,000 reasons. Who else in here? Who else is going after something? Can I just give I know Janet is not saying anything in the room, but I'm going to put some spotlight on Janet. Janet Fisher in the building. Janet Fisher is a senior woman, a woman of wisdom and age, and she lets nothing stop her. She inspires me every time I see her. Can I tell you that? Every time we had our meetup this weekend, there was Janet on the street with her camera, photographing. Every time I look over to Janet, she makes me happy. She makes me explode with encouragement, motivation, and joy. I want to do that when I'm her age. I want to be just as full of energy to go out into the world. She lets nothing stops her. I'll be like, Janet, what's going on this weekend? I'm flying this place. I'm going this place. I'm going there. Nothing stops her. Age is not a stopper. Nothing can stop you. Janet said, she said, oh, Ron, please, you're making me make me cry. You are. You my inspiration. Janet is one of my pillars in life. She is my inspiration. We connected on day one we met. Day one, we met through a mutual friend who's no longer with us. And she said, you got to meet Janet. And she said to Janet, you got to meet Ron. And we've been enjoying to each other ever since. Man, that's what it's about. Finding encouraging people to be your encouragement, to be your pillars. Gather the pillars in your life. Pull more people into your structure, your foundation, and build your pillars. Bring those pillars in. Omar is one of my pillars. Lisa has become one of my pillars. I met her online. What? It's not even. Has it been a year, Lisa, already, or has it been 2 years now? I think it's been 2 years, right? I met her online, and she's a voice. She has the authority, like most pillars, to speak into my life. She'll say, Ron, I got an idea. Ron, have you thought about this? Ron, I'm thinking about that. Ron, and I say, dog it, you and Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn is another pillar. You have to build to do this thing, to create those wins. No one does it alone. No one does it alone. Okay, guys, on that note, I'm gonna have to let you go. It's time to let you go. We are gonna be motivated this week. I hope you are leaving motivated. I hope you're leaving encouraged. Thank you for allowing me to get on my soapbox. This was a soapbox moment. Aya says, my dreams include learning about literary art, poetry, photography. I enjoy traveling to wellness retreats and learning more about including daily meditations. Look at that. Dr. Tyson, I'm motivated. I'm motivated. Man, none of us makes it by ourselves. Dr. Tachi's another pillar. We get on the phone and we can talk for an hour. We have to literally shut it down. Okay, Ron, we gotta stop talking. It's time to go on. We gotta get work done. Guys, I can't say it enough. You have a community right here. Use it. Amparo. There's so much wisdom. There's 17 people in this room, and there's more than 17 people in this community. About 45 people in this community. And you are surrounded with so much wisdom to connect with each other. Connect with each other. Build each other up. Build relationships. Build friendships. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today on this wonderful Motivation Monday. I hope that you are going to leave from this space blessed, encouraged. Make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe, make sure you hit the share. And then also we are on repeat on Indie Soup. So make sure you can go to Indie Soup, where we have all sorts of amazing people on Indie Soup Media. Check out Indie Soup Media. Our Dr. Tachi. Speaking of Dr. Tachi in the room. Okay, guys, I love you all. I am so blessed to know you, to hang out with you, to spend time with you. I am extremely blessed. Later. Until tomorrow. Bye.